Hey everyone, this is Chris, and I'm back for your Tarotscope for the season of Libra, September 22nd to October 22nd. And we'll also have Mercury in retrograde just before that hits, I believe. So we're going to be working with Venus. The way this works is if you have whatever house you have Venus in, that'll be your number. I have Venus in the 7th house, so the 7th card would be my message for the season of Libra. Okay, so let's get started. If you were born with Venus in the 1st house, you got the Two of Cups reversed, and that is represented by Venus retrograde in Cancer. Your messages: if you expect perfection out of your relationships or relationship will just be destroyed. It's not going to be perfect. You can't expect so much. So keep that in mind during this time, that if you're going to be high maintenance, you're not going to get anything good out of it. If you have Venus in the 2nd house, you got the Six of Cups reversed. Your messages: a special event or a journey, maybe vacation that you've planned, may have to be postponed, and it would probably be in your best interest to postpone it. If you were born with Venus in the 3rd house, you got the Wheel of Fortune, and I see this one as the most significant card of the layout, and I'll tell you why in a second. But the Wheel of Fortune is represented by Jupiter. Your messages: you're longing for spiritual growth and spiritual wisdom, but you got to remember to remain philosophical and open-minded during this period. And if you do that, then the spiritual growth and wisdom that you've been longing for will come to you. But you have to remember to stay open-minded and open to new ideas and different philosophies. And the reason why I say this is an important card, because there is a combination with the Wheel of Fortune and the World, which we'll get to the World, it's later on in the reading. But with these two together in a reading, it means that when it's near the World card, it's a sign of lasting good fortune, so that's really good. Oh, also, the Hermit is in this reading, and it's near the Hermit, so that's double whammy good fortune for you guys. So I think this is going to be an amazing time for y'all. And with it by the World, what that's going to do is shed light on hidden factors in whatever you're focused on right now in your life. And with light being shed on this situation, it's going to bring a satisfying result, and you'll be satisfied. It's going to be successful. It's going to work in your favor, and plus you got that double whammy good fortune. So yeah, Venus in the 3rd house is, y'all got the good card for this reading. If you have Venus in the 4th house, you got the Two of Swords, which is represented by the Moon in Libra. And your messages: you're having trouble with being completely honest, either with yourself or somebody else. Something tells me this has a lot to do with your relationship, but it could be something else. You're not being honest enough, and that is resulting in a disappointment. You need to just stay honest, completely honest with yourself and others, and it'll clear the air, and it'll bring you love and peace, of course. If you have Venus in the 5th house, you got the World reversed, which is represented by the Earth element and Saturn. Your messages: during this time, if you work on renewing your spiritual growth, because it's a little dry and outdated right now, just being honest, it's going to bring you new values, and you need to kind of go in a different direction, because it kind of seems like you may be burned out on what you think you know right now, and there's more to know, so keep trying. If you have Venus in the 6th house, you got the Five of Pentacles reverse, which represents Mars and Capricorn, Mars retrograde in Capricorn. And your messages: this one's really vague, and I don't like this message, but it's all I could get out of it. It basically means your love will go astray during this period. If you have Venus in the 7th house, you got the Four of Wands, which is represented by Venus and Aries, and your messages and my message. Due to all the hard work that you've been putting in lately in your life and all the goals you've set and how hard you're working on them, you'll be rewarded during this time with a peaceful break. Yay, sleep, hopefully. If you have Venus in the 8th house, you got the Hermit, which is represented by Virgo. What this is telling me is you are in a dark place right now. It kind of sounds like you're stranded in dark woods, and whenever this happens, you usually take your well-known paths, but what your message is don't take those paths you're usually, used to taking. Take a chance and take a path that you wouldn't normally take, and you'll be glad you did it. If you were born with Venus in the 9th house, you got the King of Wands, which is represented by fire of the fire element. He's fire of fire, so he's all fire. Your messages: keep up your enthusiasm and a clever strategy, and you are in for the win, my friend. If you were born with Venus in the 10th house, you got the Queen of Swords. Your messages: you have this unconscious strive to prove yourself worthy to yourself or to others, and it's unnecessary. It's caused by your past rejections. So you got to stop letting your past rejections affect how you deal with things right now. If you were born with Venus in the 11th house, you got the Ace of Swords, which is represented by all the air signs: Libra, Gemini, and what's the other air sign? Aquarius. How could I forget? Your messages: the restraints that were imposed on you in the past will finally be lifted, and freedom is coming. And finally, if you have Venus in the 12th house, you got the 10 of Cups, which is represented by Mars in Pisces. Your messages: don't be afraid to reveal your true feelings. It's okay. So that was your Tarotscope for the season of Libra, September 22nd through October 22nd. Saturn will be moving back into Sag September 17th, and my return will begin again. So, yay. I will talk to you guys next month for a scary Scorpio Tarotscope. Bye.